Hey, how's it? Cowboy Buzz here. How you doing? All right. So, so we got a preseason game going. Great. I get to finally watch the game. I mean, I know it's preseason, but you know what? Yeah, I get to watch a game. Um, yeah, it's been a while since I made a video. But anyway, I just want to talk real quick. Um, but before I get into that, a couple side notes. Malik Hooker, man, it's hard to hold the excitement. I try to use the excuse like, so why was he available? And then the other side of me is like, I don't care. We signed the sucker, man. So I'm happy we got him and all that, but I'm really fighting to not go overboard with my excitement. Um, anyway, anyway, there's another little side note. I probably will make another video of this because to talk more in depth about it. Uh, when this drop, uh, but if people that social media that you deal with, that you converse with and all that, they some of them asked me, and then some friends and family started asking me, and then some coworkers like, did you hear the Jerry Jerry said that he effed it up with Jimmy? I was like, yeah, I heard it. I mean, what what other than you can say is like, well, finally you said something about it. I mean, I understand from last year and this year, what everybody around the world is going through and all that. You know, him being older, that can play with your mind a little bit. That could play with, what going on with you and all that kind of stuff. But at the same time, too, like we've known Jerry for years too. It's like, well, you know how much. I mean, look how big the ratings got because everybody wanted to talk about it. Big, because everybody's like, wow, he said it, he said it. And like, sometimes you can view it as like, how sometimes when somebody does something wrong, and that's for everybody not to, you know not to like kind of like look at that person like, bro, you said I'm proud, or like this quickly, just brush it off to the side. You see them go, yeah, my bad, and then everybody go, oh, at least you admit them, it's like kind of like that, in a way. The other thing could be like, you know, how many us, how many of the media people have done this, and as us as fans too, and then even opposition fans too. They, it's like we do that old Chris Rock thing, remember that thing when he said, "I know you did it, just admit it. I know you did it, just admit it. It'll be all right if you just say you did it. It'll be all right if you just say you did it." So yeah. But anyway, I'll get more into that. I mean, okay, I'll put it this way. If he's very serious about the whole thing, then I want him going back to that speech in 1989. You know, uh, I always memorize this one. I don't know why I cross it up because I like saying them right. There's no substitute for winning. We must win. We will win. Winning's the name of the game. And that's what I want him to go back to. I don't care about this media grab. I don't care of what he's saying and all that. Put winning first before any other thing, and I'm good. You know, then I'll believe you. All right, so I'll go into more depth about that. Um, as far as this whole training camp goes, Gilbert has a chance. I mean, I'm looking for one of these quarterbacks to step up to be the backup to that. Gilbert, oddly enough, we played in the Pittsburgh Steelers, and he played against the Steelers, and he looked pretty decent doing them. You know, and in training camp it was kind of like, but a couple games, but now he's looking like okay. So, but then what I'm looking for this game is to him go, guys, let's do this. Let's make some plays. Catch it. When I throw you guys the ball, catch them. Offensive lineman, do your job, block, and let's get this score. Let's find a way to score. Same thing with Cooper Rush. Man, we kept you for all those years. Kellen Moore was like, you know what? Let's bring him back. He probably suggested, hey, let's bring back Cooper Rush, and then bring back Cooper Rush, and it's like, bro, learn. I hope you learned something by then, or when you didn't when you got released. I hope you just was like, okay, I really gotta study up on this, my keys and all that kind of stuff, you know. And then Ben DiNucci, Ben DiNucci, a lot of guys have to go through it, but then it's like the same time too. It's like, he had no preseason game, so he had a nice throw against Washington, that one nice throw, and after that I was like, okay, okay, he's not what we thought we were. But then maybe, hopefully, he gets more experience by going into these preseason games and showing something. His athleticism still kind of like does whatever, but like, let's see how much he can lead a team now. Like, hey, let's do this. I know you're gonna be playing with backups, camp darlings, and all that. So let's see what they got. Um, I'm just gonna use this for the wide receiver position, because all these positions have something, but the wide receiver is always particularly the hot topic, because we have very established guys, and we have Cedric Wilson and Noah Brown as guys that do a lot for the team. Simi Fehoko we drafted, and a lot of people are excited about him, and I went back and like, I was like, maybe we got something with this guy for the future and all that. But how can we justify keeping this much players on this certain position, and it goes for every position? How that's gonna work out when you got some established guys and so on and such forth, and then we have the camp darlings. I've got excited about Geisen. Was one of my favorites. Lucky Whitehead, Lance Lenore, John Ray Johnson, all these guys. And then you get into the preseason game, it's like, what the hell, So all those things, Vasher. I mean, everybody excited when we signed him. Turner and Mitchell. People's like, wow, he could be a guy. He could be a guy. And it's like, wait, now, we've seen that before. So let's pump the brakes a little bit. I want to see them do it in the games. Offensive linemen, they have a great opportunity after the whole league had no real preseason, not even a real training camp, and and every team out there, and our offensive line just looked, they were exposed the most. Like, our defense and our offensive line just really looked like crap. So like, how can these guys go take the lessons they learned last year and use it to better themselves during the preseason games and make sure we have a depth chart? So yeah. All right. So yeah, that's my video. Mahalo for watching. Paniella boys, who you with? You know who I'm with. I'm with the Dallas Cowboys.